Hi, Internet! I'm LichWick, and welcome back to Gross Day of the Tentacle. Stupid. I remember now. Hoagie was my least favorite character, but then again, Laverne was my favorite character, which might explain some things as to the way I turned out. Okay, let's take a look inside here.
This door appears to be locked.
Okay, so in the last episode, I was mentioning that one of our next goals
appears to be locked.
They're both locked. I can't remember if I actually have to do anything here. Though it makes sense that the porta potty ended up out here by the other things. Don't shoot, don't. Gross. Dang it. Alright, so I was mentioning that our goal currently is right now we have to get our plans for a super battery. Do we have them? We do. We have to get them all the way to Dr. Fred's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
All the power of the heavens will be mine! All mine! If only we had some nasty weather!
Ooh, we got a concept art. Okay, I think this was added in, because I don't remember that line being delivered in the game. He's over here. It's Benjamin Franklin. Hi, Ben! Before I talk to him, I want to finish my thought, because I started, and then I didn't finish. We have to get the patent design to Dr. Fred's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, and we have to find a way to get Laverne down from the tree, both of which we do from this timeline. But now that I'm finished, we can talk to Ben. Hi, Ben. How's it hanging?
Hi there, mister.
Franklin, Ben Franklin, soon to be known as the inventor of electricity.
Because you're already known as the harlot of Virginia.
You know Red Edison, he's a scientist guy, too.
Red Edison? A scientist? He's just an innkeeper who pretends to be a scientist, and he's not very good at doing either one. I can't believe Washington and Jefferson picked his inn, of all places, to write our Constitution.
Let's see. If he's writing the Constitution, that means we're definitely in America. I don't remember what state it was written in. I'm taking a wild guess at Virginia? Maybe Maryland? Probably Virginia, though. So shouldn't you say the discoverer of electricity? Because electricity existed before you actually got hurt.
Shouldn't you say the discoverer of electricity?
You think the ultimate power in the universe is just under some rock waiting to be discovered? Ha! I, Ben Franklin, am going to summon power from the sky by sheer force of genius.
That sounds like Satanism, but that's okay because everybody knows Ben Franklin was a wicked Satanist.
You are truly whacked, Ben.
That's what they said about the man who invented bifocals.
Wasn't that you?
Good point.
I was about to say.
Right.
Super whacked. Also, how did you understand what I was saying? That's some pretty advanced slang that you picked up on there. Whatever, context clues. I wonder what Red would say about that. He'd probably wonder what I'm doing here and what is wrong with my outlandish clothing.
Who cares about that crackpot?
I cares about that crackpot.
I need Red to help me save humanity.
So he's a missionary now, eh? Well,
no.
Why not? Can't be any worse at that than he is at inventing.
Oh, I bet he could. No, I need him because he's very important to this timeline in order to, stop mutated tentacles from taking over humanity. So where is he?
So where's this Red guy at?
Down in his secret lab, of course, neglecting his guests.
Well, we know where that is, thanks to Bernard. What's so bad about him?
What's so bad about Red?
What can you say about a guy who spent the last 4 years perfecting a left-handed hammer? He's insane. And he steals other people's inventions, too, before they can even apply for the patent. Not that I'm bitter.
Oh, aren't you? So you're the... Hoagie, come on. So you're the guy in the $100 bill, huh? How'd you get that high amount on your dollar?
Aren't you the $100 guy?
The $100 guy. Not bad.
Well, see ya.
Carry on.
Okay, so we've exhausted all of Ben Franklin's, dialogue options, but we learned some new information, particularly, close your ears for spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil, but I'm going to at least say some hint of what's going on later, so close your ears, everyone who doesn't want to spoil. Okay, so the left-handed hammer. is very important later on. So we did learn that there is a left-handed hammer in this house that we can use for other things. Nope, not letting you burp. Okay, spoiler's gone. You can tag. I don't know if I'm putting a tag, so maybe I can get people's attentions if I... Hey, spoiler's ready. Spoiler's done. Okay, now let's see what we got in the mailbox.
It's closed.
Okay, open it. Oh, that was not open.
Ooh, the Pony Express.
Okay, that's actually important. That's important that we know that that's... Oh, we do have a letter. No. What does it say? Letter. Oh, we can't read this because it's going to be... It's against the law to look into somebody's mail, but Hoagie wouldn't know that.
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
For what? Who is that for? It's probably for Ben. Let's take a look. Can we get any more information from that?
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
Oh yeah, Baltimore actually. So, this is embarrassing. I never took a geography class, so I don't know what state Baltimore is in. I just know that it's an important place and it's on the East Coast in one of the original 13 states. Let's go inside. It's cold out here. Oh yeah, the mummy. This mummy is important. There's a mummy in every time period, and I think the mummy is super important in each one. Hi.
What's up? Don't feel like talking, huh? Vow of silence or something, probably, right?
Yes, he's a very pious mummy.
Well, that's cool.
I have something for Red. Do you know where he
I have
is?
something for Red Edison.
Probably in his basement. Do you know he's probably in his basement,
where
right?
I could find him.
No, it's cool. I don't wanna deal with your I don't wanna break your vow of silence, you know.
Great hat, man.
There's a lot of options here. I know some dudes in a band who'd eat roaches for hats like that.
I know some dudes in a band who'd eat roaches for hats like that.
You know, like the really big ones, really important looking ones.
Of course, they'd probably eat roaches anyhow.
They're like, I like this one. I mean, I don't know if this conversation is leading anywhere.
I once saw them play a whole set with grasshoppers in their nostrils.
That sounds itchy. I would probably have to...
Later, dude.
I'm not gonna talk to him anymore because this is clearly going nowhere and someone doesn't know how to hold a conversation, mummy. Oh look, here are the Founding Fathers. Hello, Founding Fathers, are you writing, you writing stuff? No, it looks like they're making a code. Oh, there it is. Here's the Constitution. Hoagie, we have to steal the Constitution. Pick it up.
They don't seem to have gotten too far.
Oh, so it's just a piece of paper now, isn't it?
You can look, but don't touch.
Okay. Dang it, foiled again by the U.S. government. Hello, George Washington. And, I should probably take a look at who all these other people are. Give me a sec. Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock. Oh, he probably had a big signature. Now that I know who he is, as an adult. He had a big signature because it was so cold that he couldn't do it so small. Or something, I don't know. Talk to George.
Excuse me. Yes?
You're the guy on the $1 bill. You're not as important as the man outside, because his goes up to 100.
Whoa, you're like George Washington. Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs. Washington.
So do you know him?
Does Mrs. Washington know you wear so much makeup? One must wear makeup when one receives the phenomenal amount of media attention that I do. It's quite likely that I'll be president soon, you know.
Yes.
Do you think I should be the ecology president or the education president?
I think you should be the Make America Great Again president. You know, that seems to be a popular platform that people are voting for these days.
Depends on how many cherry trees you've chopped down. Well, I am quite the adept tree cutter. Men still tell tales of my youthful prowess.
Did they also say that that never actually happened because it was just more of a rumor? Would you like to give me a demonstration so you can cut down that tree?
Would you give me a demonstration? I don't see why I should.
Oh. Well, somebody's a little stuffy. Somebody thinks it's too big for me, huh? You forgot your roots? You think you're better than me?
Do you really have wooden teeth? As a matter of fact, I do make use of artificial teeth.
I don't believe you. Those are too white.
Far superior to the ordinary enamel variety.
Those teeth are too white. I don't believe you. I believe those are of the enamel variety, and you are full of crap, Mr. President. Oh, what else should I say? What do you guys? Don't you have a problem with splitters? Where could I get some of those? My Uncle Henry's false teeth. Actually, I'm more concerned about the splitters because, you know, wood was kind of an unorthodox denture material, I believe.
Don't you have a problem with splinters? I've been to war, boy. No one who's heard the thunder of musket fire, smelled the sulphur from a cannon blast, and felt the fear in the hearts of his comrades is going to be bothered by a little thing like, oh, blast it.
What about dry rot?
Well, what about dry rot? Hardly.
And what do you brush them with?
Wow, what do you brush them with? I use a toothbrush, much like everyone else. And a bit of wood polish, of course.
Of course. At night, probably, right? It's like denture stuff. Doesn't it taste bad when you put them back in?
Doesn't that taste awful? Not if you take them out first.
Well, I mean, you'd have to put them back in, Mr. President. I mean, do you know where I could get some? Because they seem like a useful tool I might need later. Wink, wink, nudge, 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 wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Where could I get some of those? They're rather expensive. Mine were custom made for me by my good friend Paul Revere.
Where is he? Doesn't he have didn't he invent 3D glasses?
Didn't he invent 3D glasses?
I don't believe you did.
I believe you have him confused with someone else.
Now I'm gonna have to look that up because I still don't understand that joke as an adult. What are you looking at out there?
What are you looking at out there?
America.
The future of our nation.
Those outhouses?
Those outhouses? No. I was just admiring my reflection in the window. Striking, aren't I?
Yeah, you totally are. You know, Mr. President, you tend to turn it out to be kind of an asshole. Which just goes to show you, kids, don't meet your heroes. They only disappoint you. And you only disappoint them because they can only feel disappointment. And how about you, fine gentlemen? Oh, right, I gotta press this.
Yo.
Hello?
Hi. You okay?
What's up, you cold?
Cold? I'm freezing.
Oh, John Hancock, you are quite a whiner.
Well, why don't you put a coat on?
I'm wearing a coat, you nitwit. I've even got this blanket, which makes me itch, and I'm still freezing.
Why don't you build a fire?
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
Tell Jefferson to cut a new log. He can still put that one in the time capsule. He can just make it... Jefferson! Why don't you think about others? You gotta be so selfish and have slaves.
You mean it's like a symbol of growth or something?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if George I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
Oh, right, I remember what that means. Okay, that's for later. That we can't do that yet because we need something that not in this time period. We'll find that later though. So what are you guys doing in here? Well, they're making the Constitution. How come you sign your name so big? How come you sign your name so big?
How come you sign your name so big?
Astigmatism.
Oh, okay. So you just want to be able to see your name, huh? So you mean like you have can I see your palms?
Really? Let me see your palms.
That's
All
stigmata.
Right. The truth is that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
He might have meant something else. At least if you were talking to Ben Franklin out there. So that's an awesome blanket. Can I borrow it?
Awesome blanket there, dude.
Thank you. It was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
Well, we know they're making the Constitution,
What
but
are you
I'll
guys
ask anyway.
doing in here?
we're writing the.
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
That's your voice?
Don't say draft. You'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Ooh, this is gonna. Thomas Jefferson's gotta be mean-spirited too. These are all things later, so I'll ask that later. Because the fire will be important. I think that's I think that's about it. I should probably talk to Thomas Jefferson too, but I've already talked to so many people in this episode, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. Oh well, do it.
Hey, tall, dark, and spiffy. My name's
I'll talk to this guy, and then I'll go downstairs.
Well, how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, noted scholar, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Slave-owning hypocrite.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude.
So, what's in the can, Tommy?
What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule. Filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
That's important. So, we need to put something in here. I can't remember what we have to put in here, but we definitely have to put something in here so that we can get it to Laverne later and she can send it back because of aging. I think it's wine. I think it's wine so it turns into vinegar over time. I can't remember though. Anyway, we'll move on. So how's the time capsule doing?
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
Okay. I can probably get my hands on some other stuff that we can put in so I can, my friend can pick it up later. Hey, could you start a fire?
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
Why the log? I mean, wood will probably be in the future. Well, maybe not. You never know, with all the environmental stuff. How can you let Hancock suffer like that?
How can you let Hancock suffer?
Because he's a massive nerd, and you're a jock?
A real man is warmed by the fires of his spirit. You should listen to Washington relate his experiences at Valley Forge, and take heed.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very snappy dresser? Handsome man.
You're a very snappy dresser.
I like your ascot.
Why, yes. I studied at Virginia Purple Tentacle, where I majored in color theory. I was captain of the varsity cravat team.
Those are impressive credentials, Tom.
Thomas.
Color theory. I understand that one too. So what is that, like the Constitution? Well, we already asked this.
Is that like the Constitution?
Maybe I'll get an achievement for asking the right questions.
It's just a Constitution, I'm afraid. We hit a slight creative block right after the preamble. That's why we put up a suggestion box over there.
Oh. Okay. That's probably important later, but I cannot remember what that's for. Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
With all those aliens and Will Smith punching that man, and it was like back to Earth. I mean, it's like welcome to Earth. There we go. Alright, I like the part about prudence. I like those people, those S's that look like F's. I like the we the people part. S's that look like F's.
I like those
that one.
S's that look like F's.
I see.
Well, later, dude.
What? What's going to happen later?
Thomas Jefferson, why can't you be more like your friend Benjamin Franklin outside? He understood what I was saying when I started making up words from the future. Okay, so let's just give this guy the plans and see what we got.
Closed.
Okay, open it. Is there a tug down there? Here he is. Hi, Red. I have some things for you from the future. Oh, I also got some concept art. I saw that at the tail end of that. So, hi.
Hey.
What is it?
I've got an episode to finish, so I want to make sure that you get the things that you need before it does so. You look kind of familiar.
You look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal.
Maybe.
Then again, maybe not.
Why are you saying that? Are you saying because I'm fat that I wouldn't read? That doesn't even make sense because fat people are the rich ones and they have time to read. Do you know Ben?
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball.
Oh, he shares the
He has
sentiment.
the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
Well, you mean like 3D glasses? So, wait, did I? No, I was talking to Thomas Jefferson about that. How did you? I'm like super confused now about how that happened. Okay, maybe my meddling in time has already caused several overlaps and discrepancies. So what are you working on right there?
What are you doing?
It's a generator?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm
But what's it do? What is it? What are you inventing though?
What are you inventing?
I mean, like, what is it? What does it do though?
It's a new size-independent fastening mechanism based on circular geometry.
What are you inventing?
It's a new size-independent fastening mechanism based on circular geometry.
Are you talking about a screw? Because it... Hold on. He used a lot of words there that I'm not sure how they fit together because I'm sure there's a joke in there that I'm not getting, that I should be getting but I'm not. So I know an inventor.
An inventor who looks a bit like you.
He's your son.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Ah, well, the left-handed one at any rate. It must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
Oh, that's also a thing. Everybody in this family has the phrase Ed in their name. Like, Red Edison, Ned, and Jed. And in the present, there's Edna, and there's Dr. Fred, and it's all Ed. It's all, I think the mummy's also named Ed in some sort of form. So, let's hand him the thing, and then we'll call that
See
the
you
episode.
later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
Excuse me, this is a wig. It just happened to have been dropped in oil, so you can just take that to the bank, sir. Also, here.
Super battery, eh? Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold.
Okay, so, oh, I remember all the things that I was saying now. Okay, so, ooh, I don't want to go down the stairs. So what we actually need to do is, wait, he said oil, vinegar, and gold? Okay, so I was right about the wine. We have to find wine to put it into the time capsule so that it can get to Laverne, who will send it back as vinegar. I forgot where we're going to get gold. I think, actually, I think I know where we can get gold. Shut your mouth when you do that, and... oil, I have no idea. I think Bernard can get us some of that, I think. But we also have this thing. Once he actually makes the battery and he applies for the patent, we give him this and it'll get him away and we can actually take that battery, I remember. So, we actually have to assemble those things. Ooh, we got a cutscene.
Those founding fathers are driving me nuts. Flag design changes every 5 minutes. Well, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm making them a flag, ready or not.
Okay, that was Betsy Ross. She's making a flag, and basically what that's saying is that whatever flag design gets submitted is the next one that actually gets made into the flag, and that's the last one she's gonna make. So, I have to make sure that she gets a specific design to make a specific flag for later. Well, we're gonna find that out later in a different episode. So until then, everyone should try to survive the night, and good night!